The danger of false affirmation is now brought out by people. Formerly they said you must appreciate everything children do, but it is have lot of negative influence. They see that. I had an example. In one place, the Sunday school children, final day, the one student will stand in the center of the stage. The teacher will describe all the characters about this, good characters, quotes, whatever is not there also. And everyone will clap, lot of photographs will be taken. Then he has to stand there. When the second one comes, they will give all the details, and he will be the chief guest to hand over the present for that. Everyone is treated like that, big individuals. 2 days later, I went to the next campus where teachers were there. All were about 26, 25. Everyone crying and weeping because they are not appreciated. They are finding fault, Everyone. Then I knew, where did it all start? It started, there's a childhood, fed them and made them grow in that. Now when it didn't come, they collapsed. Devil prepares people many years ago to destroy them. You're fed on appreciation, you built your life on appreciation. When it doesn't come, you collapse. Don't be stingy in giving it also. Somebody will be built by that, give it. Don't reserve it. Maybe you didn't receive, so you are not able to give. That can happen. It may need healing. We get restricted with it for various reasons. The way we give it encouragement is by appreciation. What other way you can encourage them? You have done it, you can do it, is one encouragement. You have done very well. If you study, you will. At the same time, building up people is important. How do you build up? Now, Philippians chapter 4, verse 8.
Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things.
Yes. This is in context. The context is the first 2 verses of the chapter, 3 verses, I think.
Therefore, my beloved brethren, whom I long to see, my joy and crown, in this way stand firm in the Lord, my beloved. I urge Euodia and I urge Syntyche to live in harmony in the Lord. Indeed, true companion, I ask you also to help these women who have shared my struggle in the cause of the gospel, together with Clement, also and the rest of my fellow workers, whose names are in the book of life.
Okay. There would have been some division between these 2 women. So he says, he writing a letter, how to bring them together. So he says, look at 8th verse, whatever is good, whatever is praiseworthy, whatever is, can you look at it? Practical. One nurse was attending a seminar, was not in talking terms with the father for 13 years. So I gave her this verse, can you fill up all these things about, apply this verse to your father and come. She went to the afternoon break, she came back, her face was completely swollen, red, eyes red, weeping and weeping and weeping. Why? I never saw this side of my father. I saw only one problem and that blocked me. 13 years I have not talked to him. I never saw this side of my father. So, you may have to see sometimes the reality also. Whatever is there also must be seen. Based on this, I wrote a paper and gave her once. She was very happy to receive it, kept it very carefully, because that's the only time I gave it. So, she said, I have never seen this side. Can I see that side also? When the critical moment, crisis come, you cannot do anything like this. Oh, whatever good, whatever is. Critical moment you cannot do. But in quieter moments you can do this and keep it in reserve, that when crisis comes you are already present. Have your reserve. If you do that, God of peace will be with you, 9th verse. Then, when you need in critical moment, 6 and 7, God of peace of God will be with you. Unless you have God of peace with you, when you need, you will have the peace of God with you. Preparation for a crisis is before crisis. So in moments like this, when you sit and gather enough strength, you will have strength when you need it. Go away, be quiet, fill the tank, come back, water will flow. When the tank is empty, lot of sound will come. Fill the tank in between. Have you noticed in working place, it's by 11, 12, irritations begin, 3, 4, it's maximum. Because morning quiet time and finish it go, you're level-headed. You have water in your tank. By some time it becomes depleted, then irritation, fuming comes. Why don't you fill it in between? I have suggested that every 2 hour, 3 hour, in the working place, living place, take 5 minutes silence. Replenish your tank. You will find it becomes different. In an argument time also, somebody has to give a time out and 2 minutes silence. And after that you will begin differently. I have applied this in committee meetings. Silence for a few minutes. Nobody is able to continue the quarrel. Nobody. So, you know a way out, take that steps, start moving forward. And reject all false appreciation, affirmation. You need only affirmation which is true. Then you won't be dependent on that. Once you get addicted to that, you will look for it and you produce for it.